gorgeous.
My dress already ate my phone. Okay.
I think the table's further away than it was before.
You're getting smaller.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you? You look
Huge.
huge.
I know. We're exploring with sit-down drag.
It looks great.
I've never had a sit-down in drag, so there's that.
Gorgeous. Walk us through your process. What's
My
going on in this look? Is this who are you wearing? What is your problem?
Yeah, it can be. Who am
do
I
it.
wearing? I'm wearing a piece of garbage from off the rack. And as I am always wearing off the rack. And my problem is, I guess I couldn't find the nail color that I wanted, which is
That's
sad.
your problem today?
That's my problem.
Wow, that's not a bad problem to have.
Because I feel like I have a vision for all of these looks, and based on my budget and whatever resources, I can't like find what I want because I have it in my head, but then I try to like, whatever. I was going for like a sable? Camel, not saddle. So unfortunately I went to 3 CVS's, didn't find anything. And I'm having like a get me out of New York week because of that.
That's what gets you out of New York.
Yeah, because everything is
I couldn't secure the camel, so I left the city.
Everything is out of stock, picked over, and it's like a girl just needs a shade of saddle. Not saddle, camel.
Not saddle camel. Not
Not
caramel.
this.
Yeah. I think
Not
it looks
the di-
great. It's
not
very
the-
like baby poop brown.
Yeah, sorry, everyone got diarrhea nails today.
Zoom in on the nails.
Yeah, we need a nail
We don't
cam.
actually have anybody on nail cam today.
It's giving
Horseshoe cam.
it's giving Wonka Chocolate River. Topical?
Tea. Yeah. Have you seen?
No.
Can we? Okay, we might need to get into this later, but it's like I don't understand Hollywood's obsession with Wonka. Like, is it because it's like public domain? Is that why? Like, they're just like they can keep making it over and over,
I don't know. I guess it's a prequel.
or because like kids love candy?
Kids love candy. Kids love
Kids
chocolate.
love chocolate.
And the story behind it.
Yeah, they've always asked, where does it come from, and who's the guy that is in charge of it?
Well, see you in theaters.
Yeah.
See you seated for that one. Who are you wearing and what is your problem?
I'm wearing like every animal print in one shirt. This is C's Marjan.
How you say it?
That's what Google told me how it's pronounced. And then this is a Russian Turkish Baths t-shirt, courtesy of my boyfriend / fiance. As we were just talking,
Yeah.
it is a little bit weird for a gay guy to say fiance.
Why is it weird to say fiance?
I don't know, because it's like it's a little faggy, like fiance.
Yeah.
My
Fiance, yeah.
fiancé?
Actually, that is such a humiliating word because it's
Yeah.
French and like it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so formal.
Yeah.
And it's so like white woman or something.
Definitely white woman.
I'm like,
yeah.
a white woman? Today.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess my problem is sort of like wedding stuff related. It's a whole big pain in the ass to try and get one of those things together. Those things being a wedding.
Mhm. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you so much.
This is, not to make it back about me,
Please
but
take it
this
back,
is the second time I'm wearing this. So I got it
What was the first time?
Well, I got it for this episode 2. But then my boss, I'm part-time at a photo and film stage, and my boss there, it's a husband and wife, a married couple that own it. They have a daughter who's turning 12, and she loves makeup and drag race. So they asked me to come and drag and do like 8 little girls like faces at a sleepover. And I was like, okay, sure. But she likes Ariana Grande. So I was like, oh, I'll wear a ponytail.
Yeah.
But if I wear a ponytail, I have to wear something like voluminous. Because if I don't, I have huge man shoulders. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let me wear this for that. But now I'm like so excited to actually style it how it was intended. Because I've always, because I have big shoulders, I get to wear the flattest hair ever.
Right.
Which is what you're getting today. It's very episode 2. You know what I mean?
It's very Wonka too.
It's very Wonka. It is. But don't you feel like it's very like second day of school vibes?
Sure.
You know, when you like mix it up kind of?
Yeah.
And then
I know
episode-
exactly what you mean.
Yeah. I actually think on Stradio Lab, they talked about this. Did you not? Like second day of school, you
don't
mix
break
it
the
up.
fourth wall, Ange.
I know. I'm
They're
breaking
not
the fourth
here.
wall. I know. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. There's people in the room with us.
You guys were saying second day of school, you try something, but maybe third day of school was like the big shake up. But I feel like second day of school is when you mix it up and then day 3, you reel it back in and be like, this is what you're going to get for the rest of the year. But day 2, you can like,
Yeah.
whip out the bob.
Definitely.
Whip out the Wonka bob,
Yeah.
if you will. Wait, so I did all the little girls' makeup.
Right. Yeah.
And it went well. They all liked it. But then like face number 8, I was getting tired, obviously, because it's a fuck ton of work. Because like I'm
She's
in
like,
drag,
where's my
and
cut
then
crease?
I like it got into drag, and then the clock started. I was like, oh, now I gotta go do fucking 8 faces.
Right, yeah.
But anyways, everyone looked really good, except one girl. As she like walked away, I heard her friend say, "Why do you look possessed?" And I looked over, and I was like, she does. Fuck, she looks possessed. It was like my one flub.
Like being read by children,
She
but it's honest and true.
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't fully my fault. I mean, I was tired, and I like gave her red demon eyes, but she had combination skin, so it just became like this. I don't know.
Wow.
Exorcist 4, 5. What are we on? But isn't that so funny?
Yeah.
Like a 12-year-old being like, "Why do you look possessed?" And like just to glance back and be like, "Oh, she does look possessed." Like whatever, it happens.
So funny. How do you feel about little girls being fans of Drag Race?
It's interesting. I think it's just a product of how it's like so mainstream now, which is, I guess, both a good thing and a bad thing. It's like,
how do children find Drag Race? Like just through the internet?
New Yorkers, I don't know.
They're at the show, at the meet and greet?
They know, they find TV.
They find TV. They find TV. New York kids find TV. How do you feel about the new show goblets? We bought these. They looked amazing online, and then they came, and it was like they felt about 0.75 scale.
Yeah, totally. Like that's the one thing about Amazon. You think you found a gem, and then it's the size of a gem.
Yeah, and made of gems.
Yeah. So I'm fine with it. It's just too small.
Yeah.
But we're working on it. We're not supposed to talk about the set or the things.
I love talking about the set. I can't stop talking about the set because also, like in since we've last recorded, we raised the chandelier by 1 chain link, which I think it makes a huge difference, and everyone can tell. And we snuck little lights in.
We did sneak lights in the
naughty.
chandelier, which is like actually why I love set design, because it's like, hi, just a little. Why not pop it?
No one can see, but there's actually 2 little lights there, and there's 2 little lights there, just popping.
Do I look well lit?
Do I look?
I'm like
well
looking at
fed.
my camera. Do I Jesus Christ. We didn't even introduce ourselves.
Do we want to intro? I was thinking that. Like, do we want to do the intro? We can do the
just
intro
sort of
that we
started
did.
it like Amanda Bynes style. Kind of.
Oh yeah, right.
She like found someone and.
Yeah, Amanda Bynes has a new podcast, and her first episode, she just interviewed a woman that she met at Spirit Halloween, which honestly is
actually
like
sounds genius, but then it's like but mental health comes into play, and it's like that's not good.
Yeah,
Mandy, poor girl.
Yeah,
get her on the pod.
Yeah, she's here.
She needs the platform.
Yeah. Right. So this is the Big Cunty Couch. I'm your host, Mike Fales,
and I'm Ange Balisone, aka That Girl Gina.
And this is we did that little blurb where we're like, this is the only podcast where we invite queers and peers to sip, bitch, and be fierce on the cuntiest couch in Brooklyn.
Yes, which I said as a joke. I said sip.
But now it's like emblazoned in our tombstones.
Yeah, of course. Everything I say accidentally like becomes like the thing.
Sorry, you're
iconic.
Like
humiliating. Because I was like, sip, bitch, and be fierce is like promo for like, I don't know, some really bad show. But now it's promo for this really bad show.
Yeah.
So it's perfect. It works. Yeah. Sip, bitch, and be fierce with us.
And as always, this is an audio visual podcast. So if you're only listening, you're getting at
Don't
least
say it.
Less than half the story.
Yeah, it's like you're quoting Drag Race.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the only thing I got up here. No, but yeah, it's
although it is giving Interior Illusions Lounge. We did kind of bring that back accidentally.
Thank God. Yeah.
Someone had to.
Yeah.
Well, should we bring on our guests?
Let's bring in our guests. Let's do it.
Totally. Queers and Peers.
Queersandpeers.com.
Please put a nail together.
No. Do we actually intro people? We just have them come in.
Well, we could.
I don't even have the microphone set up. So
I just wanted to say put a nail together,
okay.
But you took that away from me.
Yeah. Okay, well, please welcome to the pod, George Civeris and Richard Perez.
Hi. How are you guys doing?
Well, we're pretty good.
I'm loving this, you guys. Yeah. How long did you work on this bit?
For a really long time.
I'm getting embarrassed. Something's happening.
Oh, come on. Let's have fun.
We're shutting down. Yeah, we're like... Anyways, we were just talking about what George was wearing. So I have to say... Yes. Who are you wearing and what is your problem?
That is such a great... Don't you think that's such a good opening question for a show like this?
Yes, it's perfect. Who are you wearing? What's your problem?
Who are you wearing and what is your problem?
What is your problem?
And do you want people to respond earnestly or...
Absolutely.
Because I was telling you, I've been trying to... I'm a real bargain hunter lately. And I'm trying
to... believe it.
Well, I'm very wealthy, but I
yes,
donate
we all
most
know
of the
that.
money to
True.
charity.
True.
So what's left for me in my fashions is very
Right.
little.
True.
But
we were saying
I-
everything is homemade.
yeah, well, I sewed all of this myself.
I love that.
Yeah, and
the
you can't.
craftsmanship.
I'm sitting in a way where you can't tell, but actually the whole back is a mess. I had to have,
I know.
I had to have Richard sew me into
Crazy of you to
everything.
talk about it
Yeah.
open back when I'm
Yeah.
stuffed in this
Yeah.
and busting out. But yes, no one needed to know that.
So yeah, I was just telling Mike I'm wearing all designer, but it's all clearance.
Can
All
you
right,
like
drop
say
the
the
names.
names?
Let's hear it.
This is Comme des Garçons,
Hot.
and this is a Margaret Howell sweater.
Oh my God,
Yes,
obscure.
Margaret.
And then these are not designer.
Oh,
Okay.
well.
Well, take them off.
If we can get the
And the
The shoe
tea
what are
bag,
they called
the
again?
tea back thong.
The Blundstone Camp? Who is the Blundstone Camp?
Oh my God. But you were saying you wish you wore something maybe a little more fierce, but I didn't give.
Yeah, I
George,
said that
you're-
off camera.
camera.
I didn't necessarily want it to be repeated, but
yeah.
Well, I didn't give them any prompt, like to wear anything.
And why did you not do that?
I don't know, because it embarrasses me a little bit.
well, I think we're
in a
in
similar
the same story.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you tell Richard?
Designer.
You didn't say your usual thing that like embarrasses me,
Which is what?
or just like wear something, I don't know, turn a look and da 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 da.
I didn't say that specifically.
Oh,
this
that's
time.
good. So-
Yeah, but I did say that you were gonna.
You did say something like
Humiliating.
like do a look.
Yeah, something
Do
like
a
that.
look with it.
Yeah.
Do
I said look like Dua Lipa.
You know, you
Look
maybe
like
Yeah,
Dua Lipa.
90,000 Dua Lipa.
you maybe did tell me to.
Kinda giving
I don't
Dua.
remember if I was told to do a look.
or something,
this?
and I was like,
I didn't.
yes.
Well, I'm trying to go for quiet luxury, as I was saying
and
before.
I am too.
And
It's
so is
kidding.
Richard.
Yes.
You both ate a ton.
We ate a
food?
ton. Oh,
No,
I was like,
ate, but then I decided to make it a food joke. I guess just ate. You just ate
a ton.
Yeah.
Richard has so many sweater vests, which I have been wanting to be a sweater vest person for so long.
But the thing is, I only own like 3.
Oh,
But I think
but that's more than the average person.
I guess so. Yeah.
Those are cool.
I love
Sweater
sweater
vests, right?
vests.
They're having like a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever go just sweater vest, no shirt underneath?
No.
you should.
Are you considering it?
Maybe.
What's stopping you? Don't answer that.
Okay.
The
Well, hold
holidays.
on. But who are you wearing, and what is your problem? Because maybe we can
Wait,
get into
but
it.
what about
Yeah,
the-
what's
what about
George's problem?
Oh, what's your problem? We're still on George.
Okay. Oh God. What is my problem? I'll tell you this.
It can be as small as a turd-colored nail.
I'm trying to be topical because I know this is not coming out now.
Yeah.
But I will be absolutely honest. My problem right now is that I don't have New Year's plans, and it is like a week
Devastating.
away.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I
truly,
know.
it really crept up on me specifically this
Yeah.
year. It's been insane. I can't believe like Christmas is.
No, and there's so much pressure. I was
Tonight.
just saying that.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas,
Yeah,
by
Merry
the way. It's
Christmas, you guys.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming.
And I wouldn't want to spend it with anyone else.
Oh my God.
But I keep asking everyone what everyone else is doing, and everyone is also depressed about not having plans, but no one is stepping up.
No.
It sucks. And I feel like if you don't have cool New Year's plans or 4th of July plans, you're a huge loser.
And you should be planning for 4th of July now. That's what everyone fails to remember.
Oh, did you guys not get your reservations?
We've reserved our fireworks.
Our tankinis.
Yeah.
I want to go to a house party
Same.
for New Year's.
And by the way, can I just say this? I had a very big holiday party this year.
Yes, you did.
And I'm like,
You
is anyone
did.
going to return
Yeah,
the
it was
invite?
a-
It's about
it-
to be New Year's.
You did.
Right.
That
it was a smash hit. There was a lot of people there.
Yeah,
That was
was.
a lot
I'm
of
sure
people.
one of
Good
those people-
turnout.
Too many, I would say.
I would almost say the
Temperature-wise.
same too. Actually, this is, well, not to jump around, I was going to say, this brings up a new segment I wanted to try.
Ooh.
Okay.
Called Pee of the Wee, which is like your pet peeve of the week. And I was
Oh.
going to say, just because you talked about your party, and I was going to say, my pee of the wee is I hate when people have dinner parties and they force you to take your shoes off. You can have a shoes off household, absolutely, but when you
But when
are
you have a big ass party.
choosing to have a party,
Yeah,
now don't ask
you
me to take my
gotta-
shoes off.
Yeah, you gotta.
because also
you
it's
gotta
like you're
let
going
that
to
go.
be cleaning
Are you
anyway, so
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can't just hit the floor once.
First of all,
like,
no one's
what's
asking
the-
you to host this. And second of all,
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay, you might need to push a Swiffer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just mop.
Just
Right.
mop.
Yeah.
And by the way, were you not going to mop if people were shoeless?
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Right. It's socks.
It makes no difference to you.
But
I
you
mean,
didn't-
unless you have a
party,
We're crying.
You did not. We would never go. We would never go shoes
Never.
off. No, but I do
That's just
think.
so side eye.
I mean, it was so hot that it was fully
it
uncomfortable.
was like shirts off.
Shirts off.
Yeah.
It's just, you think a Christmas or holiday party, excuse me.
Yeah.
I know that
Fuck you.
I know that the DNC is listening.
But it's Christmas Eve,
So
so
it's Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
It is
Bon Noël.
unseasonably hot. So you would think, okay, yes, it's a hot party, but I can at least go to the window and air out. Not the case.
We were blasting the AC.
Yeah,
the
literally.
AC was
I
on.
kept my jacket on for a little too long. I had a trench coat on.
And
You
people
were
were
doing
dragging
that-
you for
And
that.
everyone was like, "Take it
I thought you
off."
looked nice. I don't.
Thank you.
Everyone was making fun of you
It was
over
a
and over
look.
behind
It
your
was
back
like
to your
it was
face.
part of.
No one was saying you didn't look nice, to be
No,
clear.
no, no. Everyone was like, "Take that off. It is hot in here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like drenched in sweat.
You kind of were
My-
getting bullied a little. It was crazy
Yeah.
that you were getting
But
dragged.
I stood my ground.
Yeah.
Eventually, I took it off.
We were like, did Richard shit his pants or like what? For a second, I did wonder. I was like, what's going on? Maybe I won't push it. You know.
I forgot.
But
what
it
I
was just
wearing.
fierceness. That's
there
what
was
was
something. I was like,
Oh, you didn't. Oh, there was a reason you didn't want some people to
I
see
think
what
I
you
was
were wearing.
like, I don't know if like I can pull off. Oh, I had like a sweater vest on, one that I don't normally wear. That's a
Yeah.
little bit tighter with a
Oh.
t-shirt under it, and I was like, I don't know.
I like that look though.
But then like I took it. I was like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
I have to say, this is a pattern with Richard at my holiday party where I think you, last year as well, there was one thing you did that sort of made you go a little crazy, which is when you brought candy and decided not to give it to me. Richard showed up with candy as a gift, but then decided right when he entered, he was like, oh, that was stupid. Why did I do that? And then he just never gave it to me.
oh my god, what
I-
kind of candy?
It was like
Because that does change everything, to be honest.
the candy was there's those ones that are like has that sort of like souriness,
Yeah,
but it's
like sour
wrapped
ribbon.
in like a thing, and there's like a gushy in the middle.
Oh, like a nerd's rope type situation.
He brought
it was-
bacon wrapped dates
Literally,
in a big
they were
bag.
bacon wrapped. They had that sort of relationship.
Yeah.
It was like imagine a sour straw wrapping itself around something gooey-ish.
Interesting.
Oh, I
Okay.
could see that.
It's
yes.
that kind of
Oh,
thing. I
okay,
forget the
wait.
name of the brand, but
I think
this
it's
was-
maybe
Sweet
it's like
Tart came out with a line of like robes.
sure.
Everyone's trying to come out with a line of robes.
Yeah.
So it was like something like that, and then like I had it in my pocket, and I show up to the party. I'm in a beautiful apartment. I see that it's like an adult party,
Right.
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, I'm not sophisticated enough." And then I was like, if I bring this out in front of like George's friends, or like Matthew's friends too, I was like, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
You know what's so funny? Actually, one of the top things I remember from last year's party was that someone brought, oh God, what are they called? It's like New Orleans style. You know those chips that are like voodoo style?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Right.
someone brought. I
Oh.
didn't even know that they had this voodoo style pretzels,
Whoa.
and it was like one of the best things I've ever
Sounds
tasted
good.
in my life. And I then, when I tasted them, I realized how good they were, hid them from everyone else, and then I had them to snack on for the next 2 weeks. So it's funny that you thought your gift was not sophisticated enough, and truly to this day, I'm like, thank God my friend Joe brought voodoo style pretzels, which is,
Yeah.
I would say, no offense to either of you, equally sophisticated as a sort of sugar straw wrapped Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah.
I love you throwing them out or like not gifting. That's so funny.
I just kept them in my pocket, and I was like,
It's like a
"I'm not gonna
tray
do
of
this
like
right now."
tuxedo dipped strawberries.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's fine.
You're trying to flush them down the
But I am,
toilet.
but I do this.
You clog the toilet, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I walk in.
Yeah,
"Hi,
flushing them.
Where's your bathroom?
Oh my god.
Stupid Richard. Stupid.
Gorgeous.
Lock the toilet. Shit.
Dump, it's not candy. It's not dumb candy, okay?
I said get out.
You get out of there. I'm like, I have to go. Like, I don't belong here.
Wow, flushing strawberries. That would kind of look bloody, I would imagine. So that's scary.
But
Yeah.
I love the pivot, though. I think your mistake was talking about it. That's the thing. If you had just been like, just never pulled the candy out, then no one would have known. And I would have been like, maybe the right
sure.
move, but you
But
told
the right
But
move
I think the
no,
right
the
move
right
would
was
be
to
to
own
give it.
it.
Everyone would have been so. Can you imagine how exciting it is to be at a party where everyone's bringing like, no offense to everyone that was there, but everyone's bringing like a $10 bottle of wine. Everyone wants a little bag of candy.
Yeah, like a little.
Right, it's a great pick me up. Own it next time. But I
I
understand.
know, but because I learned this from my friends Charlie and Natalie. Like they bring candy.
It's
Like when we
cute.
hang out or something, or going to someone's house, they always bring candy, and I'm like, oh, that's such a. So I was like,
Yeah.
let me wear it on. Let me try it for a little bit.
I love
like, I'm going
that.
to George's house.
Then you're like,
I'm gonna try it for myself. I'm gonna try it for size and see what happens. And then I shut up and I was like,
flush
I'm
it.
not gonna do
You
this.
better flush it.
I'm realizing what the issue was. Maybe you were not
I wasn't being honest.
Exactly. You were
Anna
not being-
Wintour was there, so I get it. You got nervous. You
Oh,
were
of
like,
course.
yeah.
Yeah, and she brought a bottle of wine that was pure piss.
And she's like, does anyone have anything sweet, any candy? I've got like a
Yeah.
and that.
But I think you were doing something you'd seen someone else do.
Yeah,
So
no.
maybe you thought you weren't being authentically, unapologetically you.
But what you have to learn from this is that you have to be yourself because everyone else is taken.
Oh,
Wow.
You came up with that?
yourself because everyone else is taken.
Marge.
And that's from Wonka.
Wow. Be yourself
read for the part.
because everyone else is taken.
Richard actually plays Wonka.
Hi.
They just then went in post and made him look
That's
like Timothy
right.
Chalamet.
Hi. That's Wonka.
Marge for Wonka.
Well, we've got chocolate candy.
Oh, I'm stupid. Don't listen to me.
I know it's weird.
Oh my god.
If you had the opportunity to audition for Wonka, would you take it? You're like, they're like, this is going to be a big
If I had the
temple.
opportunity to
Excuse me.
audition, if I had the opportunity to play him, yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. If you had the opportunity to audition, you
sure.
knew it's going to be a big tentpole. It's
Yeah.
going
George
to be.
doesn't read for roles anymore.
It's offer only
Wait, it's
for
just funny
George.
to me.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing because you're like, it's presented as this big choice, but I wouldn't get the part. Like, yeah, if I had the opportunity to audition, I would audition,
wait,
but
but
just not
why-
get
But
the
why are
part.
they inviting you though?
Oh, I see what
you know
you're
what I
saying.
mean? It's like
it was invite only, and they asked.
Yeah, it's not
okay.
open call.
It's not open call. Okay, you're right, you're right.
Your agent was like, "Hey, we have this crazy opportunity. I don't know if you're
I
gonna
see
be into it."
what you're saying because like it's a big blockbuster.
I see what
but
you're
I see
saying.
what you're saying. It's like if you had the opportunity to self-tape.
Exactly.
you're a
yeah.
centrist.
And it's
Well,
like,
to be honest,
Pick a side, Ange.
Right. Ultimately, the answer is.
I just walk off.
I think the answer is no, because I knew
Yeah, I
I wouldn't
wouldn't
get
either.
it, and so why would I memorize lines?
I wouldn't either.
Okay, well, would you take the part if
Yes.
you know
If it was offered
if
to
the
me,
if it
and I
was a
want
better
this-
question?
I want this on the record. If the part was offered to me, I
you would take it. Okay. And like, and we're writing that down. Deal signed.
I don't know if
Sequel
they're working on a sequel.
is greenlit.
And so if Timothy is busy doing Dune 3.5 or
Is
whatever,
it Timothy? Is that like what it's supposed to
I think
be?
it's Timothée.
Timothée.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I
wow.
sort of like saying Timothy
Yeah.
because he's American.
Yeah.
I almost like
I say
I
Timothy.
feel like I'm making
Yeah,
fun
I
of
thought it was
say
like
Timothy.
Timothy.
Timmy the
Yeah.
Tooth.
I call him
Apparently
Tim.
he's tall.
Timmy the Tooth. That was
Tim.
sort of not to talk about the big comfy couch, which is like reference kind of for 1 second for the name. But
Okay.
Timmy the Tooth, remember that show? I feel
No.
like that was
I
around
actually
the time.
don't.
Yeah, wait.
Wow. Oh my god, it was about like a tooth.
Was it about like
humanoid
dentistry?
tooth.
Like, was it about like tooth health, or was it just about like a tooth on adventures?
Is this like a cartoon?
I think
It was a puppet, unfortunately.
Is it same universe as Comfy?
Comfy? It was same universe as Comfy.
Like,
What?
a
Which, by the
cinematic
way,
universe?
She used to bust it open. Do you guys remember that show?
Yeah,
a
she
little
would
bit,
tell
yeah.
time with like her,
She
with
would
her pussy
she
out.
tell
She was
time
like,
with her pussy out, which is like incredible.
she's teaching the children.
Yeah.
Richard, what was your problem? Also, who are you wearing?
Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing I am wearing these shoes are Drees. These socks are Coco Chanel. The jeans are Jill Sander. My sweater vest is Rick Owens.
Love it.
And this shirt is from Old Navy.
I love that. We love
my
a mix.
God.
High-low
High-low.
mix.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I'm
have
quiet
to.
luxury.
Yeah, in New York,
This
you
is
have
so
to.
quiet luxury.
loud,
Loud
not
shoe.
loud,
Luxury.
loud.
Quiet luxury, a loud faggot.
Indeed, F word.
And what's your problem?
My problem. My problem is that I. This is just the first thing that came to mind. My voice is a little bit tired.
I didn't want to say anything.
You can pick it up.
I
You can hear
pick
it.
up. Yeah.
Because I've been doing that Marge Simpson impression, and I've been singing a lot, screaming,
Well,
doing
you
thid
did all
like
of
that.
Wonka, and they had you do that
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing.
Only
I've
for
been
them to
doing
dub it over with Timothy's voice.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So I just feel when that happens, I get a little like anxious.
You have a show tonight?
Yeah,
Hmm.
right after this.
Do you have like a vocal warm up routine? Anything to?
Oh, it was like Little
The
Mermaid.
chandelier explodes. We're-
Yeah, I don't. I just like talk.
You
Or I'm in the green room like talking.
Oh, just talk normally.
Yeah, or I'm like doing little
I
bits.
thought you meant your warm up was just talking like to the mirror by yourself.
That too.
That too.
That at home, and then I'm quiet on the commute, and then in the green room, I'm
Back
like,
to the mirror.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Interesting.
that That's my problem at the moment.
It doesn't sound bad. It's not, a little rasp can be sexy. So
Okay.
it's working.
Not to harp, but I can't remember George's problem now.
New Year's.
New
Oh, that's right.
Year's.
That's right.
Mine's a little more like isolating.
And mine is
Well,
like
yeah.
Have you ever had your voice
Oh yeah.
do that?
taken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever
By an
lost your
evil
voice?
sea witch?
Sea witch, yeah. Mhm.
It's called
Famously,
2015.
When we went to LA for like our first big round of LA meetings back 100 years ago, I like got off the plane and instantly lost my voice. So it was like,
Our first big round of generals.
Yeah.
It's sad.
You're like, hey, I'm
Oh,
mine.
you lost your voice?
Yeah,
Wow,
remember?
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Because I remember a huge screaming fight, to be honest.
that was part of it too. Yeah.
huh.
Yeah.
You did
Okay.
have a huge screaming
You
fight?
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
of course. You know what generals do to you. They just,
They tear you apart.
they do.
Did
They
you
bring
grow
the
up
worst
in-
out of you.
Did you grow up in a family where people raise their voice?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Me too. In a big way.
Yeah.
Not, sorry, I don't mean that in like a, is he okay?
know,
I
like-
mean, just like, that was sort of the default volume.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, you're Greek.
But we also
Greek,
were not
Italian.
okay.
Adjacent to Italian.
Yeah.
Did your family
What?
swear? Did your families swear?
I just was looking at you so you would also say your ethnicity.
We were not okay. We were not.
We went first. You
Look
have
in the
to.
camera.
Do
We
every
were
camera.
We were not okay where I grew up. So
And you're Norwegian?
no, I'm from New Jersey.
Nor something.
I'm no.
North
Jersey.
Where's my family from? What are you asking?
Yeah, I'm Norwegian. North
Wait, what's
Jersey.
my problem? Wait, I'm confused.
Me too.
George.
If you had just given me that candy, none of this would be happening.
Oh my God, it's true. Next time you bring a bad gift or something, nowadays you can just pretend it's ironic.
I secretly have gifts I wanted to bring here, and I'm not sharing.
No. Well,
no,
us
I'm
too. Everyone look under their cushion.
Under your couch. Oh my God.
Get their handguns. But right, if you say something embarrassing or bring something embarrassing, you just say it's ironic, and then it's like, oh, you're
Just own it. Yeah.
own it, or
Or
if you
lie
gotta make
about
fun
it,
of
which is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's
I
ironic.
think now I would do it.
No, just be like, I found this on the ground.
and also,
Do you
like,
want-
I didn't know you
Literal trash.
as
And Anna,
well.
when you're
Yes,
like, that's
you did
mine.
not. You did not know me.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
didn't know each other as
We
well.
did not know each. Yes, I would say. In fact, it was like a big. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm inviting Richard to my party because I'll get to know him even more.
Yeah.
And mission accomplished.
And now you're here.
And now we're here as a comedy duo.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes, we are.
should
And
we?
I'm
And
so excited
about that.
Should we try to do something in sync?
Okay,
Now they're making fun of my
Can we take a
Oh,
break?
okay.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Maybe
'cause I need to
George
do-
wants a cock.
Well,
Want
we
a cock?
can't. A cock?
Yeah. Do you want a cock, faggot?
Yeah, now is the part where we blow everyone.
No. So.
Oh my God.
you
Now is
know.
the part where we blow everyone.
Yeah, that's our thing. I mean, why did you
fun.
get so nervous?
Wait, can I actually respond to that a little
Yes.
bit?
Yeah, please do.
Specifically, I don't know if this will divide the room. When you were like, and that's the part where we blow everyone, I'm like, I feel like sex should have more comedy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually think it's like funny when you're having sex to like make a little joke or
Yeah.
like, let's say you stumble a bit, be like, oh, here I go,
Yeah.
make some
Definitely.
joke. And I actually think even among people who are otherwise funny, sometimes people don't want to have a sense of humor while having sex.
So which comedians are you hooking up with?
yeah.
No, I hear you though, because
Yeah.
I feel like I hold
Wow,
back.
the way you set me up for a joke and I had nothing. Could have mentioned anyone. Let me take that again. Whitney Cummings.
She's real serious in bed. Well, do you think maybe I could imagine people who are funny might separate that part of themselves
of course.
from sex? However, I do think a little bit of laughter in the sheets goes a long way, you know?
Just
Yeah.
a little. It's a balance.
Like
obviously.
little. Just a
Totally.
little, one little.
Yeah.
Wow. And I'm like, I'm just kidding.
I hold back. I agree with you because like my instinct is to make little like.
Well, I hold back
quibs.
because the few times that I have attempted to be comedy queen in bed, it has not been received well.
You're like,
Yeah, I guess
stop.
it's kind of like a bullet
Yeah.
filler, maybe to a lot of people, but not to me. So
Like,
Yeah, it's,
after the
it's
show.
a matter
Okay,
of just
should we-
finding those
yeah,
people.
maybe we should hook up.
should
Continue our
everyone kiss my bottom
conversation.
lip?
Angela and I are hooking up right here.
We are.
And Mike and
and
I
I
are
are
like,
right
what's your pee
here.
of the week?
Either way.
You're just like slowly, like gently making out, and Richard and I are like,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so yeah, my family fought a lot growing up.
The whole
and-
like wall is shaking.
Transfer proof. Transfer proof.
Oh my God. See what we're doing now. That's my dream sex
Exactly.
scene.
Well,
Okay, let's take a break. Let's take a break.
Okay.
We're taking a break. Okay, and break.
you guys remember like that Barney song when we were kids, and they were like, "We barbecued his
Okay,
head."
not just that, but
And it was
literally
like-
those are the lyrics I think of when I hear
Joy to the world.
Joy to the World.
Barbecued
Joy to the
his
world,
head?
Barney's dead. We barbecued his head. What
Wait, that
happened
wasn't
to
from
him-
Barney.
What happened
Yeah.
to his body?
No.
We flushed it down the potty.
And around it goes. Wow.
Was this not part of
I'm
your
remembering this.
No, I remember barbecued his head.
I love barbecued his head.
Barbecued his
I hate the rest of the song, but like, we barbecued his head. It's so like, okay.
Indelible in my mind. Indelible in the hip.
Yeah, it's stuck recording.
We're recording.
Oh, we're recording.
We're back.
We're
And
back.
we're back.
So I was saying, we were saying. Well,
You think
Angela,
I would have sang barbecued his head off camera? No.
I actually have a question for you. You introduced yourself as your out of drag name. How would you prefer to
Yes.
be referred to?
It doesn't matter. So Ange Ballison or Gina, that girl Gina. I've always had a million last names, so now I'm just going as that girl Gina because it's like simple and I feel like not embarrassed by it. Because
Yeah.
like that was the thing. I'd come up with these things and be like just embarrassed saying it. So that girl Gina because like I am that girl.
Yeah, that girl Gina. I love that.
And my cousin Lori from Rhode Island, she's a stripper.
Hi, Lori.
And hi Lori.
Hey, girl.
And her handle is that girl me, which I think is like so funny.
Well, I didn't want to bring it up, but
You know that girl
her?
me.
Yes. Well, we've talked. I've known
Yeah.
about that girl me for at this
Who
point
does
probably
it?
7
I'm like,
years.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, to be clear, through Ange. I'm not
I'm
independently
going
a
to
fan.
the Foxy Lady and I'm giving her ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's my favorite
Yeah.
Rhode Island-based stripper.
She is
Yeah.
like the mother hen at the Foxy Lady in Providence.
Wow.
So yeah, there's that girl me. So there's that girl Gina. And I got my first name from my other cousin named Gina.
Named
so
Gina.
It's just like a
Okay,
combo.
keep it
It's
in the
like,
family.
Yeah, so it's meaningful for me. But you can call me whatever you want.
Okay.
I said
Gina
Ange before, but sort of
Ange.
like usually when I'm saying something that I'm like exasperated, it's like Ange.
Well, that's why I feel like everyone just calls me Ange. So that's why I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, so Gina was saying
Well, that girl was saying.
That girl.
Oh, I do actually like. I think you should go by that girl as a first name, Gina's last name, and then when people refer to you, they're like,
girl.
So,
That
what did you think
girl.
of that girl's performance?
That girl was being kind of weird.
Wait,
First name that girl.
Last name Gina, comma that girl. That's perfect.
Well, it's like Untitled. You know that
Gina,
queen,
that
Untitled
girl.
queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When people refer to her, they're like, "Oh yeah, Untitled is on that lineup." And you're like,
That's good.
"Slay."
That girl.
That girl.
That girl's
So
on
this
the-
lineup
She's
is that
bombing.
girl,
Are you
going to that girl
Untitled.
show?
That girl is bombing. Again.
Something like kind of related to this. I've been thinking about like imagining like a 10-year anniversary behind the scenes documentary about us doing this podcast, and it's like I'm imagining like when we were doing Big Cunty, that was a really formative
Yes.
time, or like doing Couch, we doing on
No,
Couch.
it's definitely Big Cunty.
Yeah.
Which I used to work on Body of Proof, that show with Dana Delaney on ABC. Really sad. And
Dana Delaney is the ultimate that girl.
that girl.
That girl
right.
Dana.
But the designer used to work on Dirty Sexy Money. And he'd be like, on Dirty Sexy, we used to
It's like it's just one more word.
He's like,
on
no,
Dirty
we didn't do
Sexy.
that on Dirty Sexy.
I love
I
that.
love that actually.
Love that.
So Big Cunty.
Yeah, on
It's
Big
Big
Cunty.
Cunty.
Yeah, on Big Cunty, we really.
Big
When there's a
Cunty.
documentary about like how,
Yeah,
how
right.
this
As a-
pops
yeah.
and burns down.
We didn't do
Dirty
that. We didn't do that on
Sexy.
Dirty Sexy.
Yeah.
Dirty Sexy Money. Is that what it was called? Dirty
Yes.
Sexy Money?
Yeah.
I never
I
saw
think
it,
Candace
but I know
Cain was
Lucy
in it.
Liu was in
And
it.
wasn't also the theme song like Bang Bang by Lady Gaga, or like Bang Bang, or Beautiful Dirty Rich? What is that song? Where she's like Bang
Yeah,
Bang
Beautiful
Bang.
Dirty Rich.
I was
Beautiful
like,
Dirty.
audio
Dude,
bullies.
Beautiful Dirty. When she did Beautiful
When
Dirty,
she did Beautiful Dirty, oh my
that
god.
was really cherry boom boom.
I said this girl is one of the
Is
most
that girl.
talented NYU that girls that I've ever seen.
do we want to do one of our segments, or do we want to talk about Tate McRae? Because I feel like it could go either either
What's
way.
Tate McRae? What?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What?
So Tate McRae, I'm trying to think of another example of something like this where like the name, I feel like I was somehow born knowing that name.
Right.
And yet don't know what she looks like, don't know a single song, album,
I
nothing.
never heard the name.
She was not to keep mentioning my holiday party. At my holiday party,
She was at your holiday party?
she was not at my holiday
She
party.
performed.
She RSVP'd maybe and then didn't show up, but she was the name on everyone's lips. I
Yeah.
had 3 separate conversations about
Amazing.
Tate McRae, and yet still, despite all those conversations, could not tell you who she is.
I have a question about your holiday
You will
party.
find out, I think.
Yeah.
By the end of this episode, we'll know who she is.
Yeah.
I'm dying to know who was the girl at your holiday party. Not to single someone out,
Please.
it's a compliment. But who was in the backless white gown?
Oh, okay. So she was going to a black tie event after.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So
We
we
were-
were pretending or hoping that it was just for you, because that.
I mean, I would
she was
love.
swinging big, and I was here for it.
She looked
I didn't see this.
incredible.
Looked amazing.
It was great.
Yeah. No, I wish it was for us, but no.
I love that.
If it was just that, she would have shown up in ripped
Fucking-
jeans like Lady Gaga at the Oscars.
Yeah.
But the second she's invited to a black tie event,
black tie wedding.
she can't even bother to change for ours.
It was stunning.
Yeah.
It was
stunning.
Yeah.
And
You
just
didn't see the backless white
hilarious.
gown?
I don't-
with
I didn't-
I literally
with
like
rhinestones?
we told
Well, there
everyone.
were a couple.
I was trimmed.
No, there were a couple like white backless gowns at the party.
There were?
No, there
Really?
wasn't. There wasn't. No, I'm kidding. Not that white backless gown. That one.
The other
Yeah.
one.
She was, we had everyone
That's
put.
why you didn't take your trench off, because you
Yeah,
felt
'cause I had
upstage.
mine on.
Someone already was doing
That's
backless.
that is like, it makes so much sense.
Someone was already doing
Yeah,
backless.
yeah.
Richard
just-
showed up and was like so excited after the big faux pas last year with the candy.
candy,
He was
yeah.
like, "This year I'm wearing a backless
A
gown."
big backless gown, a bit white dress.
And this
Yeah.
year you brought a candy bar, like a station. You like,
Yeah.
A giant
Wheeled it
airport
in.
Toblerone. Oh yeah, a candy station.
yeah.
This year Richard showed up, backless gown, giant Toblerone.
And then I showed
incredible.
up, and then I saw her, and I was like,
You
can't
ran
do
right
this.
back to that
And you're
bathroom
like,
and we were like,
What the
fuck!
fuck?
Shoved the
I was
Toblerone
like,
down
I'm
the
gonna-
toilet,
Yeah.
locked it
Trying to
again.
Fuck
stitch up
the
your
toilet.
back. Just put the trench back on.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
just kept it
it's
on.
never your year.
And everyone was like, take it off. It's so hot in here. What are you doing?
People were being so.
Yeah, people were like, eventually I was like surrounded by Giannis. So I was in the middle of a circle. Everyone's pushing me.
Yeah.
Kicking
And-
you,
yeah,
spitting
they're
on
like, Take
you.
it off.
Yeah.
Take it off.
That's why I stopped, because I was like, maybe there's a different reason. You know, I didn't want to embarrass you.
Yeah, it was giving sallow.
It was giving.
But she laughed.
Yeah, it was giving sallow.
It was giving sallow.
The lady
I
laughed.
thought you looked great. I had no problem.
No,
with your
to be
You
clear,
did. It was just
yes, everyone thought you looked great. It was just a weird thing to do.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
really fucking freaky.
Not to toot my own horn, but I was proud of myself for not bringing a bottle of wine, because like everyone brings a bottle of wine, and
Yeah.
I brought two, so
yeah. See, I was like, and he offered.
Can I
He was
ask,
like,
did
I have two. Like, can I?
Remind me, what kinds did you bring?
One was Greek.
Okay. But I mean,
in a weird. I think it was like an orange and a white wine.
Okay,
All
perfect.
right.
So then I can say what I wanted
off,
to say,
yeah.
which is
everything was orange.
no. So I have recently. This is something that I had never considered before, which is weird because I usually
Consider everything.
get sort of pissed at a lot of different little things. But this is apparently, I'm realizing, a huge pia the we that many people have is basically people bringing like just cheap red wine to a holiday party, because what happens is no one's actually in the mood for red wine because it's hot. You're not
Yeah.
pairing it with food.
Right.
And also it's like you never know if it's going to spill and stain. So, and then what ends up happening is everyone drinks all the white and orange wine, and so then the hosts are left with just like
40 bottles of
15 bad bottles of
Right.
like undrinkable red wine.
Yeah, a lot
And I was
of,
like,
like,
oh,
Malbecs.
I guess that is true. So I'm happy. The reason I asked you is because I didn't want to offend you. So I'm happy that you
No.
did the right thing,
Yeah,
which is
orange
bring
is very,
Orange and
very,
white.
like,
Mm.
that's very
I was
cute.
could have gone either way. You could have said like everyone brought orange wine and it's so over and everyone. It's
No, we were
embarrassing.
left with all red.
That's crazy.
That's insane. If everyone brought orange wine, though.
Well, it's Brooklyn.
never know
for
what-
ya.
I know, literally,
It's
you never know
Brooklyn
what the Brooklyn
2023
crowd.
for ya.
Literally, but what a lovely party.
But to go back to Tate
It's
McRae for
truly
1
the
second,
theme
though.
of
Please,
Sorry.
please.
So I think part of the reason why she's landing with the gays is because she's a big dancer and her videos are sort of serving. However, the one of her videos, it opens with her riding a Zamboni.
Okay.
Okay.
And I was sort of shocked. I was watching it with some other gay guys and they were like, wow, this is fun. And I was like, she's on a Zamboni. I was like, is no one else perturbed by the fact that she's smoothing out an ice rink on a piece of industrial equipment? I'm like, this is bizarre.
Wait, that was like a music video concept?
yeah, she was just riding the Zamboni.
That's insane.
So
That's
I'm
insane.
you have unlocked a memory, which is that I actually do know one thing about her, and it's that she did a hockey-themed SNL performance.
Yes.
So I think the hockey thing is like a big thing
She
with
grew
her
up
with
on the ice.
Zamboni. She grew up on the ice.
Yeah.
No, it's her. They've decided that her styling for this era is like sports. It's like she's wearing like shoulder pads and like hockey knee pads, I think, on her album art. It's a very unique direction to take, and she leaned into it all the way with Zamboni. I was just
But
really.
does anyone know maybe she did grow up on the ice? Like,
I don't know.
There's gotta be-
I love
I'm insulting
growing
your
up on the
culture.
ice, like growing up on the
Like
on
it's
the
like a thing. I'm
ramp.
like-
wait, what is it when you're like betting like
On
on
the
the
ramp.
horse tracks?
On the
you know when
track.
people
Oh,
are
yeah.
like Bethany Frankel is like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I grew up on the horse tracks. She grew up on the ice.
On the ice.
She grew up on the ice. Yeah.
Nice.
My dad was a snowman.
Anyway, if you haven't seen the video, look into it
Yeah.
and make your own decisions because I was shocked.
it'd be funny if it was all hockey themed, though.
It kind of all is actually. She's like in the locker room and like
But then she's like on the ice, right?
no,
On the
she's just on the
Zamboni.
Zamboni. On
Kind
the
of like
ice.
how she
Yeah,
grew
she
up
doesn't.
I'm mixing things up.
on the
Is
ice.
there like some sort of roller rink situation in the video?
in the video.
No, at all.
No,
It's
Okay,
a
never
hockey.
mind.
I
it's an
assume.
ice rink.
Never-
Close.
There's an ice rink?
Yeah,
And she's on the Zamboni.
What's a Zamboni?
The Zamboni is the thing that come out that like they like resurface the ice so that like people don't trip and fall.
Imagine
when
like a
they're
little bumper
skating.
car, and it's like going around the ice.
Yeah, it's
smoothing
huge.
the
Oh,
ice.
okay.
But it's
I'm
huge.
remembering.
It's
huge
as
as
big as
well.
this couch.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is doing that.
Oh, it is big.
The
But
Zamboni.
it's not a little bumper car. It's like a
No,
big
it's
thing.
gigantic. That's why it's so bizarre. It's like,
Okay,
why
okay,
are
okay.
you on this giant truck? Like, just kind of like she's
Sure.
trying to
Yeah.
serve like on a Zamboni, but it's not giving.
big and slow,
But
and
don't
hard
you-
to serve
I
in.
feel like it's on in the same universe as like hot girl riding a Hummer. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, that's the idea, but the
Yeah.
execution,
Oh, it
when
doesn't.
you finally look
I
at it,
see.
you're like, something's not adding up.
It's also
here.
such a funny
Yeah.
word, Zamboni.
Exactly. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I was
Zamboni.
riding
They
on
really
the
snapped
Zamboni.
when they named it Zamboni.
I know,
Yeah.
like why?
Yeah.
It's like
I bet it was-
Spumoni.
I bet it was
Yeah.
some guy who invented it named Zamboni or woman, or non-binary.
Yeah,
person.
it was Zambonia Jenkins.
Yeah, Zamboni. Yeah. Speaking of Hummers, well, speaking of Hummers, that's my like news segment. More at 11. I drove by a Hummer stretch limo parked behind a classic like 80s white limo, a Coke limo. And I was like, oh, this is a funny picture. It's like new school, old school.
You
Well,
know,
which is better or worse?
when the Hummer limos came out, that was my first. This is the gayest thing I will ever say. That was my first memory of thinking something was tacky. I just remember being like,
Amazing.
"Oh, that's what people say.
Yeah.
That's what people mean when they say
yeah,
tacky."
wow, that's incredible.
But I almost prefer a Hummer
Tacky.
limo to like a Hummer classic.
Well, now it's like ironic.
Yeah,
it
it's
almost
ironic.
became a whole
Okay.
thing. But
Yeah.
like when it first came out, I was like, this can't be good.
yeah,
I've never been in one. I feel like you've never been in one. Thank
In
God.
a Hummer limo, no. I've barely been in a.
I've never
Have you been in a normal
Hummer.
limo?
actually one time like by accident.
Yes, I think I have.
by accident.
What? Yeah,
You're tied up.
I completely glossed over that. I'm like,
You're like,
okay,
sorry.
and me.
I was kidnapped.
is this my
What was your
car?
accident?
What was your accident?
That's the new segment.
Yeah.
Wait, what was your
First
accident?
time in a limousine. What was your accident? My
How'd you
this
have
was
been
like
there?
it was like 10 years ago. I was out with some friends and like someone, I don't know, it's all blurry. Like there was like a limo parked and the guy was like chatting with like someone that I was in a like group with, like walking around East Village. I was like 23 or
God.
yeah,
something.
you just got in the limo and they drove you like
And
five
so,
blocks.
like literally like someone was like negotiating with him, like, come on, just drive us from East Village to Chinatown.
Yeah.
And
You
like
thought it was your house.
we'll give you whatever, we'll pay like
We'll
someone
give you this candy.
we'll pay you, we'll give you candy. and then we got in and it was pretty chill actually.
Yeah.
We just got in, we were like, this is fun.
That the exact same thing happened to me actually. I don't think you haggled. I think they just do that. I think they're like a car for hire. They're like, yeah, I'll get another $35 tonight by taking these drunk people
totally.
across town. Like,
yeah.
You know, one time when I was young and I didn't know you weren't supposed to, like at the airport, you weren't supposed to engage with people that are going around being like, you need a ride, you need a ride, you need a ride. I thought they were just normal cab drivers.
Right. Yeah.
And so this guy in like a fully black old Mercedes van was like, are you looking for a cab? And I was like, sure. And then I got in and I sort of like get my bearings. You know, I'm jet lagged, I'm tired. Look around. The doors of the back of the car have nothing on them. Like there's no handle of the door. It looks like a kidnapper's car. I mean, it's what you're imagining is what it was. I'm not
Mad
exaggerating.
Max.
And so I
I'm
looked,
imagining a Zamboni.
yeah,
Yeah,
so it was a Zamboni.
somehow back to Zamboni.
I grew up on the ice.
Someone had to.
And so I
OMG.
suddenly was like, then I was like, I was sort of stealthily being like, is there a way to get out? And there was clearly not a way to get out. I look at the driver, suddenly realize he looks so sketchy.
Okay,
and
but
I was
you
like,
can't
oh,
say
my
there are no doors.
There are
And
no
then
door
also
handles.
wonder, I thought it was open door.
No,
Open door?
There are.
I was like,
it was an open concept
yeah,
Hummer limo.
breezy.
I thought it
Yeah.
was like missing doors. That's why I was like Mad Max.
No, from
and you were
the-
like, there's no way to get out of here. I was like, girl, it's time to
only way to
roll.
get your shit
Girl,
and
it's time to roll. Sorry. Anyways.
Wait, so the doors, you close it, and then you
From
can't.
the outside, it looked semi-normal. It definitely
Yeah.
looked like older than your
On
average.
the inside, it's a house of horrors. And
Literally,
yeah.
like it looked like there were like wires hanging out of the door.
That's
Like it
nuts.
looked. I was like, I'm being kidnapped. This is very clear what's happening. I'm being kidnapped, and my organs are going to be harvested. And I just panicked, and I sort of tried calmly to be like, oh, never mind. Can you leave me at this corner? And then he did, and then charged me $60 for like,
Of course,
you know,
yeah.
2 blocks or whatever. But I was like, of course.
OMG.
Thankfully, I had cash on me because I was so young that it was like, my parents had been like, make sure to have $300 in cash with you at all times.
You're like, thankfully, I don't go anywhere without a handle in my bag.
Yeah.
My God.
Anyway. So yeah,
Well,
treasure that limo story because it could have been a lot
I know
worse.
it could have been worse, and I'm glad you're okay.
Should we do a thingy? What do you want to do?
Stopping
Yeah,
that.
sorry, I'm also like can't see you through your.
I'm hiding.
buffles.
We do counterpunt.
Ooh, sure. Yeah, let's do counterpunch.
We were gonna suggest that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that was our segment.
I know,
Fuck.
right? We have stuff prepared to ask you guys.
Well, we would love to hear that
It's
too.
called
Actually,
Pee of the Week.
Pee of the week. Well, no one else has said their pee of the week.
What's your Pee of
Because
the
I
Week?
jump around them off
But
on
wait,
not
problem
a
of the week
host.
is sort of similar to like
No,
what's
peeve of the week.
Oh, peeve
Pet
of the
peeve.
week.
What's your
Oh.
pet
Get
peeve
one
of
every
the
week.
Pet peeve.
Pet
Yeah.
peeve.
My pet peeve of the week is myself talking about the same thing. How do I word it?
No, I know what you're saying. Getting tired of your own.
Getting tired of like my own like things I'm bringing up.
Gotcha.
And when someone, okay, my pee of the
Wait.
we,
It's a week.
my pee of the we is when someone is like, "How are you?" and the only thing I can think of to answer is like something that's like making me crazy,
Okay. Such as.
Wait, you're saying
like a negative thing.
like a negative thing, like a
Gotcha.
problem I have.
But is that? I mean, like. Is
no,
that,
I understand that.
Because
No, I
I'm
get
like,
that.
especially if I don't even know you, like I'm like, I don't need to talk about this again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
talked about this like 18
Because
different.
I've been on the
got-
receiving end, and I do kind of like get annoyed when someone really like when I ask like, "How are you?" I'm thinking like I'm gonna get the small talk answer, and if someone really like starts
Dives
unpacking
in.
something that I don't
Yeah.
need or wasn't expecting, that can be a lot. But that's not to say I don't want to hear all your problems.
Of course.
That's just for like strangers. So
But I just feel
don't
like
be
the
so hard
past
on
like couple
yourself.
weeks. I mean, I've gone to like 8 holiday parties.
Okay,
Wow.
popular.
Mm.
And how much candy did you bring and then not give?
and how many of them were black tie?
Let's just say. Let's just say there's no more.
candy available in New York.
Let's just say I
You got this.
Wonka is out of a job.
you know, let's George.
Let's just say
there's
there's no more candy
in my
in my.
City, New York.
Let's just say Tate McRae
is
is
gonna
not.
be chomping.
Okay, you went way too fast on that one.
He's gonna be chomping.
She isn't gonna be chomping on a Zamboni anytime soon.
That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah,
Wowie.
That's what I'm trying. Like, so like at holiday parties,
That's no. Got it.
yeah. So at holiday parties, you know, I definitely can be fun. Sometimes I have had fun talking about like my current like personal issues,
Mhm.
but like at the same time, it's not like I'm like talking about it in a way that's like, oh, I would really want advice, or it's more of just like. It's not even like it's all that consuming, but it's,
It's like a nervous habit.
It's a habit.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
it's just
help yourself,
it's
yeah.
just out of being like, oh, what's interesting? Here's this,
Mhm.
and then like 18 people, and then like someone overhears what I just told them.
Yeah. And they're like, "Are you okay?"
And yeah,
You're
they're
still
just
talking
like,
about
"Oh, you're
this?"
still
They're
talking
like,
about
just
that."
take the trench off.
And I'm not taking my coat off. Like I'm giving a weird vibe at the holiday party.
It
Whatever.
happened. It's so hard to be normal.
Yeah.
It's really is so hard to
That's
remember.
why I
I
don't
thought
listen.
you crushed at the holiday party.
Honestly, I did.
did.
crush.
You
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
really
also brought a really fun +1 that's like someone I would not have thought to
Casey
invite.
Jane Ellison.
Casey Jane Ellison, someone I would not have thought to invite. I didn't know well. And then literally by the end of the night, we exchanged numbers. And that happened because of you.
Did you have a pee of the week? Or did you?
I think my red wine thing was my pee of the week.
Pee of the
Red wine?
Ow,
The-
the nails.
Sorry.
I mean, I do want to say my pee of the week was plagiarized. I did not think, I kept hearing it as other people's pee of the week. And I was like, oh, I guess I've never thought to be frustrated at someone bringing red wine to a holiday party. But now they've convinced me, and now it's my pee of the week.
I mean, valid.
Yeah.
I feel
That
like
is
I've literally had
The
your
40 bottles
pee
of
the
red
week. Like, that's
Yeah.
when you're the
my life,
host
too.
left to yourself.
had that.
That's
Can't
hard.
Stop talking about my problems to people.
What?
Oh, same. Well, I actually had that when I walked in and you were like, how's it going? I
Right.
truly froze.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I default
They
to.
should-
But I just feel like it turns into a script, and it's so like I'm like disgusted with myself.
Well, I guess the positive way of looking at it is like, well, you're in touch with your feelings and you know what's
Mhm.
going on.
That's
and just maybe it doesn't need to be delivered to every single person you come into contact with. I do think small talk is like a lost art. Like people,
Yeah.
sometimes people complain. They're like, I don't want to talk about the weather. It's like, no, that's like, if you're in the
Yeah,
elevator
like-
with somebody and you're standing there like this, it's like, that's
Yeah.
not normal. What's normal is like, how are you? Oh my God. Hey, yeah. Oh, ha, ha, ha.
I know
Like,
it's
funny
been so.
music.
It was so warm last
Yeah, isn't
weekend.
that crazy?
Now it's so
Yeah.
cold.
Oh my God. You can never
Oh
tell.
my God, that reminds me when
Yeah.
I was growing up. Where did you grow up?
On
Well,
the
I hate
ice.
when people
I was like, no. I was like, wait, that's, yeah.
Tate McRae was
Well, I
crushing
hate
at your
when,
party.
Like, you know when you go in for the "How are you?" and you're not actually
Yeah.
asking.
you just go up to someone. It's been so cold, and then now it's
That's
hot.
the worst when they do answer, and it's like, come on, we're mere acquaintances. Like
Yeah.
they're like, hey, how are you? How you doing? There's no
That's
answer
the lost
needed.
art. You gotta,
This is,
you know.
I'm actually coming full circle on this where I think the reason so many people brought up your coat is because they were like, finally an easy thing to talk about. Low stakes.
I
you
bring
know what I
people
mean?
together,
Like
yes.
low
Yeah.
stakes, but not
and
boring.
I have the energy that's like, we can do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like low stakes, but not boring like the weather, not boring like what are you doing for, Christmas or whatever. It's like sort of inherently funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, haha, everyone is so cold. Everyone's so hot, but you're wearing a coat.
Yeah.
And, making you the butt of the joke makes them feel superior.
Right.
So sort of a win-win for everyone.
Yeah.
All right. But then
for
I
you.
got them back.
Yeah.
I got them back. And then they didn't forget
Yeah.
who's mama.
Huh.
They
Quickly,
didn't forget who's mama. Once
quickly,
I took
do
off my
you
coat.
all Family Stone like for Christmas? I
Rewatch-
do. I
rewatch
love,
the Family
I mean,
Stone? The
for
two-
me, it's like Mariah. All I want for Christmas and Family Stone. That's
I don't like
that's
the
Christmas to
Family
me.
Stone.
For me, it's...
I thought the Family Stone was a Thanksgiving movie.
No.
Get off my set.
I've never.
You're thinking of Pieces of April starring Katie Holmes.
Oh, yes, as I always am.
He's always thinking about Pieces of April.
The two that I rewatch are I rewatch the Thanksgiving movie Pieces of April on Christmas. I rewatch The Family Stone and I rewatch Eyes Wide Shut. And the last few years, they play it, in like whatever theaters are doing like Christmas movies.
Yeah.
And it's so fun.
I love Eyes Wide Shut.
It's so good.
Wait. Oh, yeah. You did bring that up to me.
But yeah, well, we should go.
We're gonna.
Okay, we're gonna go.
We're gonna do that.
The Family Stone, I always thought was like timeless. I mean, it's always been bad, but like amazing. But now in recent years, I'm like, "Oof, this is getting harder to like.
Oh, I love it.
I'll have to.
But it's been a few years. I think last time I watched it was maybe
Pop it back
3
up.
years ago.
You're gonna be like, oh,
Really?
okay. It's just
Wait,
getting
I'm
cornier
sorry.
and
What's
cornier.
Family Stone?
It's a Christmas
It's a holiday
movie. Yeah.
Everyone
it's-
dies of cancer.
Everyone dies of no.
Everyone?
no, not
just
everyone. Just one, but we won't
Just
say
Sally.
who. But it's
Oh.
with like
Who's in it?
Whatever. It's 30 years old.
alert!
wait, did you say
I'm just-
Sally?
Wait.
Sally Field.
No, it's
No, it's
Diane Keaton.
Diane
Diane
Keaton.
Keaton.
Why did I say Sally Field?
I don't know.
Why did I say Sally Jesse Raphael?
They're in the same universe.
Yeah,
Academy
whoops.
Award-winning.
I'm sorry, Diane.
actresses of a
If you're
certain age.
watching,
She is.
forgive me.
This is all being beamed
I did
into
not-
her house directly.
I'm a Keaton fan, and that's
Oh,
really
I
hurtful.
love. It's a Christmas movie that was sort of never appreciated at its time. It came out in like 2005 or something, and it's with this like incredible cast. It's like Sarah Jessica Parker and Diane Keaton and Rachel McAdams and Luke Wilson.
Yeah, it's ensemble.
Yeah, I don't know how
But
I
it has
missed
sort of
this.
had this
Swap
afterlife.
boyfriends.
Yes,
Claire Danes
and
comes in like 3/4 of the way through. It's like Claire, like they just keep bringing out the A-listers. It's nuts.
Everyone in the room is like, "Is that Claire Danes?" I love Homeland.
Her entrance is falling off a bus.
Yes,
She's like, oh,
yeah, it's literally
crazy.
Well, it's her
You're
being like stunning, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Hi, God,"
I'm a
and then she
mess.
falls.
It's crazy, and it's like a very painful. Like she'd be hospitalized according to that fall, but she's fine.
But also, like, I'm not the first gay man to say this, but Sarah Jessica Parker in that film
Plays as Meredith. Oh my god, she plays this like icy, like misunderstood girl who's a bit uptight.
Business
She
bitch.
can do nothing right.
business bitch, but
right?
wants to impress
Yeah.
this family who's more like low key and sort of like
They're kind of alt.
liberal,
Yeah.
like blue state.
Yeah,
And she's like a CEO.
right.
Mm.
She kills it, and that slick back middle part.
Mm-hmm. And she has this tick where she's always clearing her throat in a really annoying way, and everyone's annoyed with it. And so she'll be like, she's trying to get everyone's attention to make a toast. She's like,
Yeah,
and I did it perfectly.
We're gonna cut that next clip of it.
No, dub it with her actual. Yeah. It's like, wait, that sounds exactly like her.
but then she loosens up, and all is good.
Yeah.
And then they swap
wow.
husbands and boyfriends, like the brothers switch girlfriends.
Exactly.
I gotta check it out.
That's kind of freaky.
Check it out, and also do check out Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas" too.
I've never heard that.
You should.
That's a Thanksgiving song, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
It's about
want
turkey.
a lot for
It's about
Christmas.
stuffing the bird.
There is just one thing I need.
And
I don't care about the presents
Underneath
my
the
Christmas
trees.
I
I just want you for my own.
You guys, we don't have the rights to that.
Yeah, we can't. We have to. Yeah.
copyright strike.
Well,
Cunt or punt? What?
Punt,
We
quick.
do a game before Richard has
okay.
to go.
yeah,
one
wait,
more time.
Richard.
No.
It's 34. We got
We got plenty of time.
Or
Okay.
cunt or punt. Is
Okay, so
something cunt, or
what
if
is cunt or punt?
Is
you are
it?
saying if something's cunt or not, you're kicking it because
So it's like toot or boot.
kind of.
Oh God.
Okay,
Yeah,
drag
I guess
us.
so. Yeah.
Drag us.
I was more I'm like, it's
It's shooter boot.
not afraid to reference or not reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moo Moo Farm, which is a level in the original Mario Kart.
Oh, you can take this one.
Cunt.
Yeah.
It's cunt.
I-
It's a level that people kind of hate, but it's kind of fun.
But I
Okay.
kind of think anything in Mario Kart is cunt.
Yes.
Like, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like this couch is almost in that universe.
Wow. Oh my God.
Well,
This could definitely be a level in a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
It's
definitely
like, can you
definitely
survive a gay
like
talk
Peach,
show?
Yeah.
Princess
No.
Peach
No.
definitely has like a room.
This is definitely
This is a couch. If this was in a video game, if you sat on this couch, you
This
would
is
take
her.
damage the entire time you're on it. You're like, "Ugh."
This is Princess
like minus
Peach's
10 every
powder
time.
room.
Princess Peach's
is what
like
you're
green
saying.
room. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
No, but I do think everything in Mario Kart 64 is cunt.
Yes.
I think.
I think
my
anything
God. I want to
N64
like
is
live
cunt.
in it
Yeah.
so bad.
Oh my God, there was a game. It's called Pilot Wings. Did you ever play that on N64?
Oh, I'm so
It was
young.
it's about like you be able to like fly like different flying things, but one of the levels, one of the options, like you could just have wings, like a little character with wings. I was like, this is the baggiest I've ever felt in my entire life because you're just playing a character who could like fly through an open landscape. Oh my God, it was.
I knew I
release.
was embarrassed because I always loved the adventure based games, like not sport anything.
Like Zelda.
That was like Zelda,
Mm.
Banjo and Kazooie, like all like
Yeah.
the
Well,
stories.
they were better than any fucking
Like an
sport
RPG.
game.
So I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
That's not
you're
right.
gay if you like the adventure based, right?
Is it
Video
called
games are such a blind spot for me. That's why I'm being uncharacteristically quiet. And actually, even the Mario, like I like the idea of doing Mario Kart or a Super Smash Brothers or something, but I was always like, I don't know, like I'm just pressing the same button over. Like I never understood the skill, and I always actually felt kind of stupid. To your point about feeling stupid.
Yeah, I definitely did around video games. Like my brothers loved
Same.
playing video games,
Yeah.
and I would watch a lot.
Same.
Sometimes I would play.
That's truly how I like know all video games. Is just through
Yeah,
observation.
or like that era, like
Yeah.
GoldenEye,
Yeah.
like N64, like
GoldenEye's pretty straight.
classics.
You did have brothers.
Nice.
I did, yeah. And like my younger brother, like he would play like Final Fantasy and like
Mhm.
stuff like that. And I remember I would say this thing to kind of like get under his skin. I was like 13, he was like 11, and like I would be like, I don't know, we would disagree, and I'm just like, whatever. You act like your life is an RPG, and then he genuinely, and he got upset this one time I said that, and I just like would say it again.
Baby's first read.
Yeah, that was my first read.
That was your version of me thinking Hummer limos are tacky.
I'm like, my brother thinks that he's in an RPG.
You need to level up.
What a loser.
in life.
I was like,
Wait,
you're
did you ever
such a-
play Ocarina of Time? Not even that? Because I'm,
I
not a video game- I'm
really
like the
like-
furthest from a gamer, but I had sisters, and it was like a
I
family.
also had sisters. I really like. I don't know what it is. You know what else? I also am really bad at spatial thinking. Like I have the worst sense of direction. I don't notice things. I'm just.
Gay.
I need. It's
You're gay.
overwhelming
You're
for
gay.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. I would much rather. Honestly, I would much rather like do a puzzle.
Gay.
You know what I mean?
Did you
Yeah.
did you do Pokemon?
I did.
Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you guys do that?
Yeah, collect.
I did Pokemon in that I collected and had
Exactly.
a
I
binder.
collected the cards,
didn't
but then
play
when
the
people were
game.
like, "Do you know how to play?" I'm like,
No,
"It's
that's
not.
insane.
No
That's
one
not what
actually
this
played
is about."
except
one-
Richard.
No,
based on how you're
play.
acting
I
right
didn't
now.
play.
Richard, you play.
Richard,
No,
you
I didn't
play.
play. I didn't play.
You're
It
like
was
a
so
competitive.
weird.
Like you're still in
I would
tournaments.
never
You're
do
like a
that.
Grew up on the
competitive
ice and you
player.
played.
No way.
Growing up on the ice, we didn't have Pokemon cards.
I would hurt myself.
Wait, what else is so Mumu Farm is cunt.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's that we can canonize
Next
that.
question.
Next question.
That is, yeah. Okay, who else?
One.
I don't well we could
Chicken parm, not to rhyme with farm.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I was-
cunt.
yeah.
Cunt. So
Cunt.
cunt.
Extremely.
This is.
But here's the
crazy.
question.
Everything's cunt.
Is
Everything I say is cunt.
Chicken parm or eggplant parm more cunt?
Ooh, that's really hard.
This is-
Eggplant.
I'm gonna
I think chicken
say eggplant parm.
is more cunt than chicken parm.
I think eggplant parm
I think
is
you're gonna-
always cunt. I think chicken parm, if it's like dry, if they don't do it well, it can be punt.
And also your tummy.
Say that.
Like how I don't know. I feel like it's so
Yeah,
heavy.
filling.
It's a lot.
Heavy.
That like you might feel a little like I should
Yeah.
go. I should go home.
You know,
Where
there,
Eggplant
egg-
parm isn't for everyone, and that kind of makes it cunt in the way that's like if you get it.
Yeah.
here's what
Do
I'll
you
say
got
about
that?
both.
Yeah.
You know, you would think this is actually a big idea. You would think you'd want a thick piece of something because that's so decadent. No.
No.
You want thin and big. You want
Yeah.
like a base, like a
Yeah.
tiny, thin, almost like
Chicken
A
nugget.
plain.
pizza of pizza.
Yes. Yeah.
Pizza
Yeah.
of chicken.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it can be too thin if it's hammered a little too much.
Sure.
But do take out the hammer because I agree. Like it needs
Yeah,
to be
you got a hammer.
The mallet.
thinner
Yeah.
on the thinner side.
Yeah.
But sometimes when it's too thin, it's just breading. You're like, okay,
Right.
I'm trying to.
I mean, I need
get some
protein. I'm
Yeah.
bulking.
I'm bulking.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, I think it's cunt. I think it's
You-
cunt. Chicken parm is cunt. Yeah.
You bring it back. You're like, sorry, I'm bulking.
I'm
Can you make this a little? I'm bulking.
I know. Huh. I'm sweating because I'm bulking.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello. Hello. What do you guys? Do you guys have a counter punt?
Oh. Okay. Do you have one?
Pam Anderson's scrubbed face. She's
Like, no
recently been
makeup?
seen no makeup.
Cunt.
Cunt. Yeah.
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 Very.
The tattoo eyebrows a little bit of a punt, but like we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's empowering.
But the fact that she's
It's
like,
empowering.
but she hasn't fixed it, so it's like I feel like that's cunt. You know what I mean? Like if she
Yeah.
was trying to lean into like a scrubbed look and she got it all redone, that would be sort of like okay, she's trying, but she's like she really doesn't fucking care. She's like these are tattooed on, and
Yeah.
I did that 20 years ago, so or 40 years ago at this point, I guess probably.
Mm-hmm. I think it was 39.
Yeah, 38, 39.
Okay. Let me think. All the ones that are coming to me are holiday, so they're gonna be.
That's
Cunt.
okay.
But okay, Yule log.
Punt.
That's a punt.
It's a punt
That's
for
a
me
big
too.
Punt. That's a
Yeah.
big punt. Yeah.
What
They
about
never
a
taste
panettone?
good. Punt.
I used to be punt on it, and then I had the best one I've ever had in my life recently, and now I'm cunt.
Was it like homemade or would it come in like a fancy?
It was
box,
like
or?
fancy bakery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. That can be cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think in general it's not.
I'm
You know,
defending my like
relatedly-
heritage, but it's a punt for me. Just 'cause it's,
Relatedly,
like, dry and
raisins.
bizarre.
Raisins are a punt.
Cunt.
For
They're a
me.
punt for me.
Yeah.
Raisins?
Yeah.
They're cunt. Did you say raisins are cunt?
I think they
Not
can-
golden raisins. They really embarrass me. And no, you often find them in like salads. Raisins
Yeah.
in salads.
No.
Well, this is hard. I'm gonna
That's
say
hard,
regular raisins are
yeah.
cunt for me.
Okay, just on their own.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they
Not
have
on their own. I'm not a serial
No,
killer.
but I mean, like,
we have to reach consensus, or you
I'm
get
not having
we
a box
die.
of raisins alone.
you are unable to answer this simple question. Are raisins cunt or punt?
This is all raisins, actually.
Cunt. That should
Okay,
be
they're cunt
raisins.
for
That
Should
would
be
be genius.
raisins. Yeah.
I would say raisins historically are a punt for me, but
Yes.
I'm learning to like them in my older age. But they're still punt. Gun to
I
my
think
head.
raisins in something can be cunt.
Yeah.
Raisins alone are punt. Like
Agreed.
a box of raisins. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. What about raisins and Cheerios?
In Cheerios?
Yeah.
Like in milk?
Oh, I've never
No.
done that.
That's
Oh,
such a
really?
dad. That's such a dad.
Oh,
meal.
I was gonna say that's like
I've
an
never
old
done
like
that.
nana thing. Well,
no,
your dad-
no.
I feel like I wouldn't do
That is
Cheerios.
dumb.
It's like, that's very much like a dad having, or I guess my dad having like fiber cereal. And it's
Yeah.
like, this just keeps me regular.
Yeah.
He
It's like,
invented
Dad,
Pure for
He
Men.
invented Pure
Ah.
for
Oh
Men.
my god!
Yeah.
I highly recommend raisins and Cheerios on milk.
Yeah.
like a banana coin, like cut up,
Ew,
like
no, I
in
can't.
Cheerios. That's so
I
dad
can't with
breakfast.
The banana
yeah.
coin is dad.
Yeah, like cut with a spoon. Like,
Punt.
yeah, that's punt.
I actually have one that I would
With the
love to
spoon.
know.
Get out.
I'm on the search for what is the new standard for an everyday shoe, like an everyday sneaker, everyday whatever. So I think we're no longer doing Air Force Ones.
Uh-huh.
Are we not?
Well, I mean, I think they have a time and a place.
Yeah.
I think, but in general, yes, we've moved past that.
Lately,
yeah.
when I wear them, I don't feel fashionable.
But you can spin it as ironic, and it's fine.
But it's almost like it hasn't been long. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
This is semi-related to that, but
Yeah.
it's like I feel like the straight man's like dress sneaker is a plague that needs to be eradicated from the
100%.
world. Like a burgundy leather sneaker
Terrible.
with like a white or like tan sole.
Yeah.
Ugh, barf.
I want to find a way to make those.
Yeah, get a little kitten
A
heel,
little
man.
heel.
Yeah.
Anyone that can,
Yeah.
it's you, darling.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the one to do that.
Yeah, you're cuntifying
At your show.
the man
Yeah.
sneaker.
I do think. I mean, you're wearing what?
Trees.
What? Yeah. I think actually those might be cunt.
Yeah,
I think a
these-
clog is cunt. Yeah.
A clog is cunt.
Yeah.
A clog is comp, but I
But is
feel
it
crazy
tired?
when I wear.
No, I don't think so.
It's wired.
It's
I
wired.
feel crazy. I feel crazy when I wear a clog. They are cunt, but I
They
feel
seem
nuts.
uncomfortable to me.
I
Really?
feel like
Yeah.
I'm where I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
Really?
when I wear clogs.
You also tear up a knee sock and pull it off in such a way.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah.
sort of
You don't have it on now, but I feel like your signature is kind of like
Shorts,
knee
white
socks.
knee socks,
Sweater
corset.
vest.
sweater.
Or
Muscle,
even actually, you're king
top
of
hat.
shorts and then like long sleeve.
Yeah, shorts,
sweater.
long sleeves, white socks,
a little
high,
clip and weave.
and like white shoes
And thong.
and a
Yeah.
thong and a thong.
and a plate of panettone.
Yeah.
I like have like
And a
literally,
full panettone.
literally, like I'll wear like
panettone as a handbag.
And people are like, "Can I have your like display only?"
This is part of my look. I can't.
I love that.
Oh my god, panettone is a handbag.
Yeah, that's cunt.
That is
cunt.
Okay,
Yeah.
new trend.
Wow.
Panettone is a handbag.
It is Christmassy,
Gotta go.
isn't it?
Gotta go. Where the fuck is the panettone?
oh,
Don't wait up.
my god.
Slap you with a panettone.
And then you have to say your catchphrase. Hold the raisins.
I'm in my bag era. Like,
You know what is punt in terms of everyday shoes? These babies.
they're cute.
No, I don't think so.
Is that
They're
a Chelsea boot or no?
They're blunts. It's just like everyone has them, and I do think that we've reached a level of saturation.
I don't think so.
But do we
No.
call that a Chelsea boot?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's
a hybrid.
adjacent, but
It's a hybrid.
it's a little low for a Chelsea boot.
Yeah.
Kind of. I think.
I know.
Yeah, but those are. I don't think so. I think those are.
I mean, whatever. Everyone has.
I'm surprised you're in those, and I think that's kind of cool.
I'm surprised you came here like that. I'm actually.
It's quiet luxury.
Yeah.
It's really quiet.
I grew up on
luxury.
the ice.
What are you wearing underneath that? I'm just wondering. 'cause,
I'm
like,
actually wearing.
I wish you said
sort of-
nothing.
I'm wearing something very different vibe than everything else I'm wearing. I'm wearing a sort of almost like Life is Good, the brand.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is very Life is Good.
Oh, it
Coded.
really is.
That's
Yeah,
so
very,
the
cute.
color, the like
Comfort
cut of
colors.
it.
Yeah.
It's very like, oh,
Well,
I'm wearing it at home. I'm home for the holidays, and I found it in my childhood drawer,
Yeah.
and I'm wearing it.
And
Yes.
it's like distressed with a river rock.
Yes, exactly.
Somehow.
But it's from this brand or from this store in Maine that's like known for their t-shirts, and actually Sam and Misha also have them because they go to Maine a lot.
Of course. Yeah.
Ooh.
They're farmers.
I was wondering if you were going to say nothing, and I was like, that's crazy.
If you were wearing nothing
wait,
under that
wait,
sweater,
Hunter,
that would be
People
crazy.
do that. Matthew
Right.
does that,
That's
and
I
I've
feel
never been
crazy.
able.
I do it sometimes, and it's like empowering, but I feel nuts. Hunter Punt.
Yeah.
Nothing under a hoodie-less sweatshirt. That's serial killer status.
No.
Hoodie.
Nothing
As in like a
under.
crew neck?
Oh,
Yeah, crew
yeah.
neck.
That's like
I do it.
I'm staying inside and masturbating all day vibes.
Yeah,
Like-
interesting.
like,
Yeah,
I-
serial
like-
killer. And I do it. I do it.
I
love
agree.
that. I think it's so
punt
hot.
for me. I would never do it. Kind of cunt if you can pull it off. Because to me, I'm like, if I'm seeing like a little nipple outline
Wow.
It's a
Yeah.
that must be a thing.
full abs
Yeah.
through the
I do it.
Yeah, it's a wet sweatshirt.
Yeah, it's a wet sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Child's extra small.
Yeah. Yeah.
rippling pecs just down every
Yeah.
curve.
And then, you know, on the Zamboni.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say,
Zamboni.
is the ice rink?
Yeah.
Is that cunt or punt?
Ice rink?
Depends.
Ooh.
I'm saying punt.
Punt.
I don't think I can say because I don't really have much of
didn't
a
grow up on
relationship with
the-
it. I didn't grow up there.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's like to be there.
To be on the ice.
Yeah.
Have you ever ice skated?
One time for like 10 minutes, but I hurt my arm. I like fell down.
Immediately.
Immediately.
Off the ice.
Literally, like I got on
On
the
the
ice for
door.
1 second and I fell down and I had to like leave.
No.
I was crying.
I think the
Fifth grade.
ice. I think you would think that it would be cunt because of like ice dancing, ice skaters, stuff like that. But
Agreed.
I actually think the majority of the ice world is like people who come to the ice rink like during the day just for like a fun afternoon, and then
Yeah.
like sports, like hockey.
It's very
And I
My
sport.
think-
nephew
I'm-
plays hockey, and I never want to go because it's effing cold. And
That's, like, very
that's a huge punt
family.
for me.
I think it is very. I think
It's
it's
family
punt.
and it's chilly,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
think it's
like-
punt.
It's punt.
Yeah.
Soft pretzel at the rink though.
That's
Punt.
very.
Salted or unsalted?
Salted, you
Salted.
freak.
Yeah, unsalted is the biggest punt
That's
on
fun.
earth. That's like
Yeah.
like an inflatable life raft, basically.
Mustard or no mustard?
Mustard.
Mustard.
Yeah.
Mustard is cunt.
Mustard is
Mustard
cunt.
is
Mustard is
everything
Ketchup is
to
not.
me.
Ketchup is punt.
Oh my god, mustard.
I like ketchup, but
Ketchup is punt.
It's
Ketchup is
punt.
punt. It's
Ketchup is
good, but it's
punt.
but
Honestly,
it's,
you know,
it's like,
you
yeah.
know what's so perfect? You have to. I used to do this in middle school and high school. At lunch, we would get if we had like pizza or something, you know, pizza Fridays or whatever, something like that. Like just a regular classic cheese slice with pizza. You put classic yellow mustard
ooh.
on it.
Oh.
It is so good. Like
We're both
it's
like
tangy.
bleeding from
Because
the
if you
eyes.
think about it, the yellow mustard is like tangy and it
Yeah.
has like
Ooh.
and then like
It has what?
cheese tomato sauce.
I feel like it's referencing a pretzel.
Oh, it is
Right?
a little
The
bit.
crust?
Yeah.
Yes.
It
a
is
little bit.
so good.
It's
But I haven't
sampling.
done it in a
It's
while.
sampling a pretzel.
yeah,
Yeah.
sampling a
It's
pretzel.
interpolating a pretzel.
You know what's
yeah.
punt? Artists today sampling everything. It's like
Punt.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say
I've
something?
seen
really
enough.
annoying.
I feel like Nicki's album
is punt.
is punt. Well, it's punt, but also she's just really sampling stuff kind of for like no reason.
Yeah.
It wasn't
yeah,
very
I
good.
know.
It was kind of a huge punt for me, actually.
I haven't
It'll
listened
grow on me,
yet.
but I agree. It's like,
I'm-
can someone maybe focus on making an iconic beat for today?
Yeah.
I
for
think
once,
someone
think
should focus on
samples
making an
are
iconic beat
for
today.
today.
For once.
For once.
Yeah,
today
we need
for
to
once.
we need to research.
I
and
recently,
find it.
this is actually kind of embarrassing. I recently, by recently I mean last week, found out that in Your Love, the opening thing is an Annie Lennox sample. Like the
Oh.
da-da-da-da-dum, bum, bum, bum,
Oh,
bum.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I was like, that is a Nicki Minaj
That was an
song.
incredible.
And so I was watching actually a show that is set in the past, and that song came on, and I was like,
Like,
who let that? Like,
Yeah. You're
that's
like,
a Nicki Minaj song. yeah.
I'm trying to think of the Annie song.
Did they
I
not
know
have like a
you-
historical accuracy consultant?
That's so funny.
I'm trying to think of the Annie Lennox song, but yeah, it is.
yeah.
Yes. Okay, take it away, honey.
Yeah. But that sample is cunt. Your
Yeah.
Love is cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think sampling is cunt, but it's just been so overdone.
No,
lately.
it's true. What
I
we're
mean,
doing-
Beyonce did
yeah.
a great job. Renaissance, I think was
Yes,
a huge
great.
cunt for me.
Renaissance
Yeah.
is cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she sampled things in like a
Totally.
cool
Yeah,
and
yeah,
correct
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But it's just being overdone, and it's like, come on, get in the studio, make something
Yeah. Samples are.
icon.
Sampling is fine.
Mhm.
Sampling is fine. Reinterpreting is fine. But just
Yeah.
like a straight up like, this is the same song, but just now in 2023.
I mean,
like,
the
that
Blue
is-
Dabba D moment.
Yeah. It's like, come on.
Oh God,
guys.
there's another one. What is it? Keep talking.
Punt
That
punt is
would
very like put
die.
gay. It's like a gay guys in a chicken coop, and we're just like cunt, punt, punt.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll probably there needs to be like a graphic. There needs to be a graphic of like
Yeah.
a
Like a football hitting you in the face.
Like, don't disturb them.
Well, are we out of time?
I think maybe, are we out of time? Are we,
ahead.
final,
Yeah, my
any
God.
final cunty thoughts before we go?
Final cunty thoughts.
Final cunty
Final cunty thoughts
thoughts.
is I think in 2024, which this will be released then, in music, maybe we will find a new beat, I'm really thinking about that now.
Yeah.
Here's to
I hope
it.
so.
Yeah.
There's gonna be like a new
It's
beat,
time.
and then in
Yeah.
5 years it'll
It's
be
fucking time for a
sampled.
new beat.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a new beat that's like whoa, and Tate McRae's gonna be the one to bring that.
She's gonna
I think
glide
Tate
that
can
Zamboni
really
right into the
Yeah.
new beat.
glide that
Yeah.
Zamboni past the finish line. You know what I think we're maybe due for in 2024? A new Robin album. Because
Oh, that would
I think
be
it's every like
slay.
6 or 7 years, and
Oh my God,
Honey
I'm
was
ready.
like 2018.
I love that album. The last
too.
one. It's
We
so
definitely
good.
need a new Robin album. We
Yeah.
deserve it.
And she better not oversample.
Yeah.
Better not. And I
Robin.
don't think
Robin.
I
I don't think she will.
No, I don't think she
she's
will.
cool enough to get in the booth and figure it out.
I agree.
Yeah.
Hire who you need to hire.
Give
make
me
it
one
happen.
reason
But
to
make
stay
new
here.
beats.
She like samples that.
She sampled the "I'm good and I'm feeling alive" version of Blue Lovely.
She samples the Barney
Barbecue.
Yeah. She just covers summertime.
Imagine.
She literally she does a cover of Valerie, and she's
Actually,
like, I'm so excited about this song. I would love Robin.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you seen the, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Well, that's it. All right.
This has been lovely.
This has been so lovely. Thank you guys so
both
much.
for coming.
Yes.
I'm looking at you. Oh,
Thank you for having us.
Wow. Well, thank you for coming. And remember, keep it Zamboni, keep it panettone,
And keep it current.
and keep it con.
And
Thank
we'll
you.
See you next
year.
Well, next year, but see you next
Oh.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's our classic
Well,
trademark
it is.
catchphrase. We'll see you next Tuesday.
When it's our Christmas episode, it's like,
Okay. And also, guys, Santa's here. And now we blow each other.
cheers.
Okay,
Cheers.
Bye. Take care, everyone.